Welcome to Getting Real with John Natale. I'm your host today, guys, John Natale, for episode 99 of Getting Real, From Chaos to Clarity. Today, guys, we are going to be talking about one of the most important things as you are growing a real estate business. It's where so many agents, even if they're doing well in real estate, they fail at this one huge aspect. But the agents who are able to find success in exactly what we're going to talk about today have an unbelievable real estate career and a real estate life. Again, if this is your first time listening, you're going to be tuned in pretty quickly in this episode about who I am. If you've been listening for a while, then you already know that I'm not just about, hey, making the most amount of money and being the top #1 real estate agent in the world, and that is it. I am all about helping agents grow not only a great real estate business, a profitable real estate business, less stress owning a real estate business, and also living a great life with it. It's what I'm huge on. I talk about it a lot. And this episode today is going to help you get there. We're going to go from chaos of what a real estate business could be to having some clarity in your not only day, in your week, in your month, in your year, and in your life. Before we dive into today's episode that is going to again, take us from chaos to clarity. Have to take a second, whether this is your first time listening and you're just joining the Getting Real experience and everything we're doing here at our Natale companies, or you've been listening for a while. I am so damn appreciative of you. If you are here in the state of New Jersey or the beautiful sunshine state of Florida, our real estate company is open. It is ready for you to join, especially in Florida. For New Jersey, we've been here a few years now, and we are here to help agents grow. If you are looking for a dynamic real estate company that has a 100% commission model, knows everything you need to grow your business, has all the coaching, all the training, all the support, and all the opportunity to grow, but at the same time, not taking a massive split and taking more of your hard-earned money, Natale Realtors could be a great opportunity for you. There's a link below to book a call with me directly. If you're in one of the other 48 states or across the world at this point, and you are looking to grow your business, you're looking to grow your brand, you're looking to grow your life, there is no program like Natale Coaching. We are rounding out the year with new coaching clients right now. So if you are looking to grow your business and get into a coaching program that can help get you to the next level, we've been doing this for 2 years now. The results are all there. The people that I've helped have grown exponentially. Some we're talking 10, 15, 20xing their business in 2 years, living a better life, living with less stress, enjoying their family and enjoying their personal time more, making more of an impact on their community, making more of an impact on their clients, and just getting better at real estate and with their lives. If that's what you're looking for, Natale Coaching is for you. There's a link below, same exact thing with all the information and a link to book a call directly with me to discuss it. There's no cost to have a conversation. And if you're looking to change things for your life and your business in 2026, this is the direction you should take, especially if you're soaking up a lot of this content out there. We are about to launch our new Maddie CRM. It is a CRM that I have built myself for agents, not only like myself, but agents at our real estate company, agents that are in our nationwide coaching program, and very, very soon available to agents nationwide. This is a great, affordable solution that has everything you need, especially if you like building business and building a CRM that has everything you need, especially if you are creating content on social media. There's a full social media planner built into it, access to everything you're doing on Google, all your reviews, all your analytics, drip campaigns built for people that drive leads either through social media, online leads, or leads through your community, your past clients, your spheres, everything else that you could be doing for business. There are campaigns, automations, everything built out for you by me personally. These are the things that I use in my business, and now they're going to be available for agents nationwide through our Maddie CRM. If you are interested in that, we do not even have a demo link set up. This is probably the first time I'm mentioning it on the Getting Real podcast. All you have to do is shoot me an email at Natale, Natale, Realtors, REALTORS @gmail.com. put the subject line Matty CRM, send me your information. I will reach out to you and we will start to discuss it in the coming weeks, in the coming months. There will be links to book a demo with me and or our team and get more information about it. But if this sounds like something you're super excited about and you want to reach out to me now about it, you absolutely can. But let's dive into today's episode. Again, episode 99. We're getting close to episode 100, From Chaos to Clarity. This is one of the most important moves that not only that I've made, that I think a lot of agents either that I work with or a lot of agents that I see that actually have a successful life built around their business go from. Because real estate is chaos. Business is chaos in general. Owning a business, which is exactly what you do, you own a business, and real estate is that business. The service of helping people buy, sell, and invest and move is your actual business. That is chaotic, very chaotic. And there's a reason why so many people, especially in real estate, stay in that chaos. And it has to do a lot about the personalities that make agents successful. We're going to get there. But if you were sitting there, you're listening to this, and this could probably resonate with you because it used to be my life as well, is getting up, just checking your phone, dealing with whatever fire is happening, getting through the morning, and then realizing, okay, 3 other people have my attention now, and now I need to handle that. Getting through lunch and realizing, okay, I haven't really progressed all too much, but then there's another 2 or 3 appointments that I have to get to. And then you get to the nighttime and you realize, wow, I didn't actually move anything forward because I'm just dealing with whatever's in front of me. And that is honestly not a bad real estate day, but in terms of growing your business and moving your business forward, it's one of the most important topics. I'm talking nationwide with all of our agents in our coaching right now, is right now at the end of the year. And if you're listening to this when we drop it in the middle to end of November, this is when you move your business forward, right? Right now. And I'm talking about that at all times of the year, but especially right now. This is when so many agents give up for the year. And I don't mean like give up in a bad way. I mean just enjoy time with their family, enjoy the holidays, relax a little bit with work, say nobody's moving, so it's not important. Daily tasks are not as important. Right now is the best time to lock in because you put yourself in such a competitive advantage by going into the year, the new year in 2026, super strong. So with that said, so many agents deal with that typical daily chaos that they never really actually move their business forward or systematically move their business forward or proactively move their business forward. So if you've ever sat in that loop and seen a week go by, 2 weeks go by, and then maybe now you get proactive about something, get consistent with something, but then it falls off, this right now, what we're going to go through today is how you're going to snap out of it. Because that chaotic of a day doesn't let you, in my opinion, I've been there, that chaotic of a day does not allow you to live your life at the best. It does not allow you to move your business forward and continue growing it and helping other people come along with you, pulling people up the ladder with you. And it does not help you have the best experience for clients. There's going to be balls that are dropped eventually. So everything we're going to talk about today will get you out of that. Okay? Because the truth is, chaos, it almost tricks you, right? It tricks you into the aspect of you're constantly kind of busy, right? That day that I talked about where you're getting up, you're responding to things, you get into your morning, you have 7 phone calls, you got to deal with it. You get to the afternoon, maybe you have a couple appointments, then you got to deal with some things from there, and then you go to bed, right? Like that's how your day goes. It feels busy. So it kind of tricks you into thinking you are doing better than you really are. And what I find with most agents that go through this, like go through this chaotic mode without some clarity, is they get to a point where like the chaos falls off and it feels really bad, really bad. Whether it's you feel scared, you feel like no money's coming in, you feel worried, you feel anxious, you feel depressed. That's what that usually leads to. And that chaos of your day and your chaos of your business could trick you into thinking you are doing better than you really are. So let's talk about why most agents actually get stuck here in chaos. And I find it's for a few bigger reasons. Number one is their personality is actually does better with chaos, right? The typical real estate agent is typically an outgoing, it's a boastful person, it's a person that can talk to anybody. They're not too analytical, and that's okay. And that's okay. If you are that person that can go to the grocery store, talk to anyone, goes out, talks to 15 people that they may or may not know, and you get a bunch of real estate business, that's not a bad thing. That's actually what makes you great. That personality is what drives people to want to work with you and tell people that they know to work with you. However, that personality is a completely different personality than the analytical mind. Now, I'm actually typically on the other side of things. I am more introverted. I don't typically go out and just talk to strangers, but I love building systems. I love building processes. I love building these things. I wasn't always that way. I had to fail into it because I thought real estate business would just keep coming. I thought past clients, my sphere, all these different things would keep coming in my business. But about a decade ago, it did stop. And I realized I needed to build some systems and processes for lead generation in my business. But it's not always ingrained in our personalities for the people who are super successful. Another really important factor is that when you don't have those systems built, because it's not necessarily in your personality, you typically lack consistency, especially in what I was talking about, those lead gen activities. So if you don't have a system for actually lead generation, yes, you could be very busy at times in real estate just because you have a real estate license, or just because you've been doing it for 5 years, and just because you've already helped 100 people, and there's a snowball effect that happens in your real estate career that people will refer you, and you could get super, super busy. I remember one time I had 8 different clients to take out in a day. And those types of days, they feel whole as a real estate agent, because that's what your end result is supposed to be. It's supposed to be putting deals together, showing houses, going on listing appointments, all that fun stuff. But if there's no systems that are attached, there's very little consistency. And when there's no consistency, what leads from that is the chaos. And along with that personality, along with the lack of systems, is a lot of people that are of that mindset, a lot of people who are successful in real estate, they think that gaining structure is losing freedom. They think that they lose the freedom of real estate if they have a superstructure to either their life, their day, or their business. And I couldn't tell you it's further from the truth. But a lot of people feel that. They say, well, I worked a 9 to 5. I had a boss over my shoulder. I don't want to, have a 9 to 5 with my schedule. I don't want to have every minute planned out. I don't want to have these systems and all this other processes or things I have to do. And I get it. I totally get it. I've been there. I was always a natural entrepreneur. This real estate from when I was 19 years old is the only career and the only thing I've ever done in some way, shape, or fashion. I didn't want a boss over my shoulder. I didn't want a 9 to 5. However, when I got obsessed about building systems into my day and keeping a schedule and planning out my week on Sundays, checking it each night, refining it in the morning when I'm super high energy, everything started to change in my business and everything started to change in my life. So I've been right where so many agents have been. Yes, I have it in my personality to actually really enjoy the actual building of some of these systems and some of these processes, but it's not where you need to be stuck. You do not need to go from chaos to a period of calm, to a period of worry that things are not happening, to a period of chaos, and then just recycling that same cycle. Because the truth is, the structure is actually what brings you freedom. Systems and processes for different aspects of your business actually bring you the freedom that you are looking for. I can't state that enough. These systems, the processes, all the structure that you actually build into your day, your life, your business, actually bring you the freedom that you ultimately want. So rather than getting that chaos feeling, it's actually what helps you bring the clarity. Because when you have some structure, you have some systems, you have some processes in your business and your life, you know what matters today, you easily let go of what doesn't matter, and you start creating space for your growth. You get to move things forward. Again, that's one of my big themes right now, is moving your business forward. You can't do that when you're always dealing with chaos. So let's talk about some tactical things you can do as a real estate professional to build some clarity, build some systems, build some structure, build some processes into your business and into your life. I'm going to give you my first and most important one, and that is to sit down using a time boxing schedule. I literally have mine right here, one of these. And I actually used I used to do this digitally for a long, long time. I actually went back to a pen and paper version because I always did better, I thought, when I actually just wrote things down. So I actually just went back in the last probably 3 or 4 weeks, in the last month or so, I went back to a pad version of a time box schedule. And I sit down on Sunday night, usually with my Google Calendar first, and I plan out as much of my week as possible. The things I know I need to accomplish, I put in there first. Family time, different things like that. Specific events for our kids or things with my wife, a date night, all those things go on my calendar first. And then I look at, well, what do I need to accomplish to move my business forward? What are my lead gen activities? What are my systems? What are my other things I need to do that week? And then I put them in my schedule. Do I leave white space there? Abso-freaking-lutely. I do not plan out every single second on Sunday for my entire week. Why? Because shit comes up, shit happens, guys. Different things you have to deal with. The chaos does still come, but you're able to deal with it a lot better. When you are disciplined with your time, you are disciplined with your schedule. So one of the first most tactical things you can do in terms of systems, processes, going from chaos to clarity is to sit down on Sunday and plan out your week. Whether you do it Sunday morning, you do it Sunday evening, does not matter. Plan out your week. With that, so that's step 1A, and this is step 1B. Review it each night. So look at your calendar each night and say, okay, that's still going to happen tomorrow. That's not going to happen. I need to go to that showing. I need that listing consultation. That client needed to move their appointment. Whatever, you need to then move and shift your schedule around each night. But when you wake up in the morning, you should know where you're supposed to be at all times during the day and what you are going to accomplish that day. Is stuff going to still come up? Yes, crap still happens. However, when you start to get disciplined with your time like this, a lot of opportunity for growth starts to happen. The second most important thing you could tactically do to move from chaos to clarity is to define what are your priorities as a business owner or as a real estate professional, right? You are a business owner as a real estate professional. I talked about that earlier in this episode. And you need to define what actually moves your business forward. Your lead gen activities, your client systems, their processes, deal flow, transaction management, negotiating, getting to the closing table, all the different aspects of your real estate business. What are you great at? What are your priorities? What do you do outside of maybe right now everything, but what do you do that actually moves it forward? And I'll give you a real great example. I do a lot of different things, but I've realized I am great at a few really, really powerful things. I am great at creating content and knowing what makes people tick to drive leads into my real estate business. I am great at the systems and processes that assist me. I'm great at building those processes, those systems that assist me to be able to handle the workload that I do and still manage my life. So I'm very good at building systems. And I am great at moving people along a process. So the systems and processes that I built for myself, I'm also great at moving clients from an initial call to getting to a consultation, from that consultation to getting out there and either looking at a home or going to a listing consultation or getting the property on the market. I am great at making people feel comfortable that my expertise will get them to the next step. Those are my 3 priorities. So what I do when I'm building out, trying to move from chaos to clarity is what can I leverage? What systems, what processes, what technology, what AI, what person can I utilize in a role to help me get to I am only working on my 3 priorities. That is huge. And for right now, when you are doing everything, you may look and say, wow, I'm doing everything. And that's okay. But what are the 3 priorities that actually move your business forward? And those are the 3 you need to do. I have a super popular video out there, and this is the 3rd thing, on what your week should be. And in that video, I believe it's pinned to my TikTok and possibly my Instagram that you can go back and look at, but it might have been the video you found me, because one of my more viral ones ever on my agent-facing account is how to set up your week. You will see in that week that the mornings is all about being proactive and the afternoons are more reactive. And if you could just take that simple step of mornings is all about lead gen, moving your business forward, all the building systems, building processes, reaching out to clients, doing all that stuff. And your afternoons are more reactive for appointments and everything else that happens. You will absolutely go from chaos to clarity if you just follow that simple step. Now, I think you should go watch that video. And if you are looking to get together your schedule on Sunday, you've never done this before, and you don't know how to be proactive, you don't know how to build a system into what you are doing, then yes, you should absolutely go and watch that video about how to set up your week. But the point of it is if your mornings are more proactive and your afternoons are more reactive, you will move your business forward. Absolutely. Another super important thing you can do, and I'm huge on this, is figure out what you can systemize each week. And what I mean by that is every single week, when you're planning out your week on Sunday, look out and say, okay, I'm going to spend this 1 hour, these 2 hours, this system that I want to implement. I want to have a new client onboarding. I want to have a new system for updating my clients throughout the buyer or seller process. We have it down point where we literally just drag and drop in our CRM, the Matty CRM that I've built. When you drag and drop and move someone along the transaction, we get email updates to forward on to the clients with exactly where they are, flyers, everything, what to say, all of that. But at some point, I had to actually build that out. I had to build the flyers. VA did it, but I had to build the flyers, give them the information that goes on them. I had to build into CRM the automations that say, okay, when it goes from here to here, send out this email with these exact words. Here's the client's email so they can send it right on to them. The reason we don't have it directly go to the client, if you are wondering that, is because sometimes deals fall through. We all experience it. And these are automations. So if they literally go from active showing to now they are in escrow, due diligence period, in attorney review here in New Jersey, and whatever you kind of consider it, and you then say, okay, well, here's what to expect during this process, and when you go to inspections, here's what to expect at this process, and then the deal falls through, and then you're back as a brand new listing, You don't want them to get an email that says, welcome to the markets, day one, all this fun stuff. So we have it come to our agents and then they forward it on. But those systems, guys, are so damn important. You have to take time to set them up. That is the actual important thing. They don't just get set up. So whether it's hiring a VA, hiring an assistant, hiring an admin that can help you do these, especially if it's not in your personality, or just sitting down on a Sunday and planning out, okay, I've been wanting to do a new client onboarding where they get a Google form, they get to tell me all the stuff they're doing, and that gets automated and pulled into our CRM. I wanted to always build that out. Or I wanted to build out a post-open house drip campaign in my CRM. So I went into ChatGPT, I went into Google Gemini, I got a bunch of text messages. I wanted to just plug and play. I wanted to actually sit down and build that. Plan out your time to actually sit down and do one per week. Do not think you need every single system in the world, every system that I've built over my career, you need to have day one or week one. Now, a lot of the automations I will add are built into our CRM. That's absolutely true. But I'm talking about every single system you could possibly have. You do need to take time to do it. Systemize, build a process, build a system, at least one per week. Halfway through the year, that means you have built 26 systems, guys, into your business. If you just prioritize building one per week. It could be a lead gen activity. It could be a postcard campaign. Something, just build it so it's either automatically happening or doing it with very low effort. And lastly, you'd be kind of surprised to hear this, you need to protect your white space in your calendar. So the time that you actually have to be free. I talk about this all the time. When I looked at my calendar, yes, I try to plan as much of it as possible, but I plan in my family time, or I plan in when I'm going to relax. And I know that doesn't sound like that sounds like kind of crazy. That sounds too structured. But you know what? When I have it planned out that from 1 to 1:45, I'm going to sit on the couch and watch Netflix with my wife. I sit on the couch and I watch Netflix with my wife. I'm not checking my phone. I'm not worried about 17 different things. I am not in chaos mode. I'm actually in clarity because I sat down and actually planned it out, right? And there's always going to be stuff that happens. There's going to be stuff that says, okay, you know what? You can't do that right now. But the really important things, whether it's for me, like coaching my son's flag football team, coaching my son's soccer team, different things like that, you are able to really prioritize. You don't have to be in reaction mode. But it's super important to actually protect and even, I'd say, plan those white space moments for yourself, because that's what allows you to recharge and continue to have the energy to move your business forward. Again, that's the most important thing here. When you go from chaos to clarity, whether it's in your business, your life, anything, you will move your business, you will move your life forward, you will grow. That's the point of all this, guys. If you're not growing, you're dying. Say it all the time in my coaching. If you're not growing, you are dying. And if you're in chaos, it's very hard to have the clarity to move everything forward. So I implore you, implement some of these things we've talked about today and watch what the result is. Don't implement everything today. But maybe you say, okay, I'm listening to this episode on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. This Sunday, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to make a calendar event so it reminds me at 9 a.m. on Sunday morning or 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. before the kids get up. I am going to sit there and actually plan out my week. It's going to be awkward. It's going to take me a little bit of time the first time. But once you do it, you're going to see a massive difference in your business and in your life. Start with something small. Start with something small and see the massive impact it starts to have for you on your business and on your life.